everyone. Once again, I welcome you all to your English 1 class. And in today's class, we shall be doing our the second chapter or the question set number 2, and also we shall be doing your email part. Okay. So these are the two things which we are going to do today. So the first we will be starting with the question answer from question set number 2, which is there in your book, page number 45. Okay, so all of you open the page number 45, and we shall be starting from question number 5, which is the fill in the blanks with the correct form of the word which are given. So that is in page number 45. Go to question number 5. So the first one which is given, a reporter dash call on Thomas. So this one answer is given. Number 0, which one is given, is called. A reporter called on Thomas Alva Edison or A. Edison one afternoon to interview him. So the first answer comes, the first one answer of question number 5, the first one answer that comes is to interview him. We shall be using to interview him about a substitute for the lead in the manufacture for the lead in the manufacture of storage batteries that the scientist was looking for. So the second one answer will be was looking for. So was looking for means for so many days they were searching for it. So it will be was looking for. Was looking for. Number 2. And number 3, Edison dash inform the man that, so first this third number will be Edison informed the man. So simple present will be Edison informed. Okay, third one will be informed. Fourth one, that he dash make to 20,000 experiments, but none of them worked. So fourth number he had made. Okay, fourth number will be he had made. Fourth number will be he had made. Okay, then 20,000 experiments, but none of them worked. Fifth number will be none of them worked. Okay, then number 6, but aren't you discouraged? The reporter is asking, but aren't you discouraged? So this one, number 6 will be discouraged. Okay, aren't you discouraged by all this waste of approach? The reporter asked, amazed. Waste? Exclaimed Edison. There is no waste. So Edison is saying there is. So it will be number 7 will be is. And number 8, I have discovered. Okay, I have discovered 20,000 things that won't work. Number 8 will be I have discovered. Okay, DISCOVERED. Okay, this one is O. So you will have to do this in this way. First one will be to interview. Second one will be was looking for. Third one will be informed. Third one which is given is inform is given, so you will have to add ed. And fourth one will be had made. Fifth one will be worked. Sixth one will be discouraged. Seventh one will be is. And eighth one will be have discovered. Okay. So these are there, number 8. Okay, now coming to B number, question number B. Question number B, what is given here? You will have to fill in the blanks with the appropriate words. So as you know, we will have to do it, and mostly we will be finding that the prepositions are coming. It's not like that mandatorily preposition will come. If you find any fittest word, any fit word which will be which can be meaningfully placed here, so we can use that. So the first one which is given, the monkey jumped dash the compound wall and escaped. Now here you will have to understand the number B1. So jumped is given. Now we have read that there can be many prepositions after jumped depending on the situation. Now here you have to see that jump into means diving into. So he is a good swimmer, so he jumped into the water. So he jumped into the river. So into the water means he jumped and got into the water. Now here it has been given the monkey jumped. Here into means he is entering into something. But here into will not be used. What we will use is that the monkey jumped over the compound walls and escaped. So we will be using jump is given, so your answer will be over. Okay. Number 2. The buses were held dash by the striking workers. The workers were they had called for a strike or bandh, and that is why they held out their buses. So it will be held out. Number 3. The man made dash all his property to his eldest son. So you know here makeover means transferring the possession. Okay, makeover means transferring the possession or the ownership. The transfer when the ownership is transferred, we call it made over or makeover. So it will be made over. Okay, made over. Okay. Number 3. Number 4. I was warned dash going out at night. Now here again you will have to know few differences. Now what are these? Warned of and warned against. Warned against. So warned of we can use for which purposes? We can use for I was warned of the impending danger. I was warned of the impending of the coming storm. I was warned of whatever you can write that are future things which will happen. I was warned of that. So somebody warned me of that. And here warned against means in this context we can use I was warned against going out at night. Okay, so we will be using here warned against. We can also use I was warned from, but that will not be appropriate one. Better one will be, or the best one will be warned against here. Here we shall be using I was warned against. Okay. Then number 5. The school is named dash is founder. You know always after name we use after. Okay. The school was named after. The school was named after its founder. Okay. Now number 6. The charges of corruption were leveled against. Again come. What will come? Leveled against. So it will be against. So he was accused of doing this, all these things, or it was complained that he has done all these things. The students prefer the new syllabus to the old. We always use to after prefer. So prefer to. Okay. Number 7, then number 8, it is not easy to part dash your parents. So here also multiple answers can come. We can use off, we can use away, we can use way also, W-A-Y. So I shall be going for part of, O-double-F. Okay. You also can use way, not away. You also can use way, part way. But better one will be this part of. Okay. So these are there in question number 5A and B. Okay. Now we shall be coming to question number 5C. What are given here? You will have to use, you will have to join these words, you will have to join these sentences or the pair of sentences into a single one without using and, but, so. So these you can't use, and, but, so. These are the words which you can't use. So the first one which is given here is, it is unfortunate I have lost my gold watch. So I shall not be writing the whole sentence here, only question number C1. What you will be writing? The first one, it is unfortunate that, we shall be using that. In the middle we shall be using that. So what will be the answer? It is unfortunate that I have lost my gold watch. It is unfortunate that I have lost my gold watch. Okay, number 2, he has lost the election, that is the news. So you can write it in this way, the news is that, or it is the news that he has lost the election. So we can write it in this way, it is the news that he has lost the election. He has lost the election. It is the news that he has lost the election. Okay, and then Ritu eats very little, yet she puts on weight. So what we can write? Ritu puts on weight. Ritu puts on weight. We can write it in this way. Ritu puts on weight. Ritu puts on weight. Though she eats very little. Though she eats very little. Okay. So this way you can write down. Next one, number 4. Mohan is very ill. He cannot go for the picnic. Okay. So we can write it in many ways. Mohan cannot go out for the picnic because he is very ill. As he is very ill, so this way you can write down. So this is an easy one. Okay. Now coming to D number. Question number D. Okay. Question number D. What is given? You will have to do it accordingly as per the instructions which are given. So first one which is given, I will give you a loan if I can. So here what you will have to remember, the rules of direct and indirect speech or the narration. So you will have to begin with, he promised me that he would give me a loan if he could. So what will be the answer here? Number D1, he promised me that he would give me a loan if he could. Okay. Next one, number B. Nobody has ever treated me like this before. So here you can write multiple answers. Here you can write never has anybody treated me like this before. You can write, you can go for that. Or you can write never was I treated like this before by anybody. This one also you can write. But the best one will be if we write never ever. So we will have to use never ever I was treated like this before. So we can write it in this way also. Never ever I was treated like this before. Treated like this before. Okay. Also, as I have said, you can also go for this one. Never has anybody treated. So you can also go for this one. Never has. Nobody has ever treated me like this. So we can also go for that. Never has anybody treated me like this before. You can also go for this. Never has anybody treated me like this before. Treated me like this before, as the old one will be copied here. Okay. Next one, which is number 3. People say that there may be another world war. So you can write, it is said that there may be another world war. So we can write what people say. We can also write it in this way. We can also begin the sentence in this way. It is said that, so there we are not mentioning, it is said by the people, that we are not mentioning because we have read it in active passive voice. Here the stress is on the work done, not on the doer. So what we will be writing, it is said that there may be another world war. Okay. Number 4, you remembered to give the letter, didn't you? Question tag. You remember question tag you had learned in your junior classes, you had this question tag. So question tag, what you will have to do, the first one question which will be asked, and the second, the smaller part will be, if that one is an affirmative one, the first part is an affirmative one, the next part will be the negative one. And here, as you have been asked to do it in a reversed way, that means you will have to use. So now the larger part will be the negative one, and the smaller part will be the affirmative one. So what we will write here, you have remembered the rule of question tag, I think. So this one is number 4. What I say, this one is called question tag. Okay. So in question tag, what we do, if the first part is negative, then after comma the second part will be positive. Okay. And again the vice versa principle. The vice versa will be followed. If this one is positive, this one will be negative. So here you can see the first, which one is given to you, is that you remembered to give the letter, didn't you? Now you have been asked to begin with you didn't. So what we will write? You didn't forget to give the letter. You didn't forget to give the letter, comma, did you, question tag. You have to give the question mark here. So this is the rule of question tag. Okay, number 4. Number 5, it would be sensible to call in a doctor before he collapses. So what we have said here, it would be sensible to call in a doctor before he collapses. So we will be writing, we had to be sensible to call in a doctor before he collapses. We had to be sensible to call in a doctor before he collapses. Yeah, you remember this one is not becoming a past though. This one is used in this way. When it would be is used, we will have to use we had. We had to be sensible to call in a doctor before he collapses. Next one, number 6. Only my grandfather came to see me. So you will have to start with no one. So this one is easier one. No one except my grandfather. No one except my grandfather. No one except my grandfather came to see me. Okay. Number 7. It was a very narrow escape. You have been given an assertive sentence and you will have to make it an exclamatory one. So assertive to exclamatory. Okay, number 7. Number 7. We will have to make from assertive to exclamatory. So what we can do here, it has been given that we will have to make from assertive. We will have to make from assertive to exclamatory. So assertive, it follows subject, verb, object, and then there will be the full stop, and exclamatory there will be mark of exclamation. And also the rule will be changed. So the syntax of the sentence will be changed. So what will come here? The WH word. So it has been given. It was a very narrow escape. So what we will write? What a narrow escape it was. Mark of exclamation. What a narrow escape it was. Number 7. There is a slight difference between the two shades. The two shades are slightly different. So easy one. Okay. Now coming to our email part. Now email, as you have read in your class, previous class, that means in class 9 also. So here what you have to do is that this question will be given along with the question number 3, where you will be given 2 questions. Question number 3, A will be the notice and B will be the email. Now what is the common thing and why these are given in the same question number? Because the same topic on which you have written the notice, the same thing will be followed here while you are writing an email. So same topic will be there. So the last class we had done this notice and we did it on the debate competition, inter-school debate competition. So here you will have to do, you will have to write an email. It will be given in your question paper. Now write an email to the neighboring school's principal, inviting the participants or inviting him or requesting him to send a group of participants. So what you will do here is that the first thing that you will have to remember while you are writing an email is that you will have to give a plausible email ID. I think thousands of times I have said in your previous class what is a plausible email ID. Plausible email ID. Okay, you have been asked first what is your requirement? Plausible email ID. Now what is a plausible email ID? Plausible email ID is the email ID which will look real, and which will tell the reader or whosoever is reading your email, that means your examiner, that you are really writing to a real person, someone which designation is given in your question paper. So you are writing to the principal of the neighboring school. So somewhere in the email ID there should be this word principal. Dot, you will be writing the DAV school, your neighboring school @gmail.com. So what will not be a plausible one? If it is asked what will not be a plausible email ID here in this case, if you write somebody's name, that Mr. ABC @gmail.com. So these cannot be edited. These cannot be given here, because here the email ID which you will be giving, it will show that you are writing to a real person. So that one is what we call it why we call it a plausible email ID. So the first criteria is that you will have to write a plausible email ID in the very first beginning, in the very first line of your email. You will have to give a plausible email ID. Okay, so this one is first, and then you will have to give the subject. Now subject is what? Subject is that which one is given in your question paper, and also there you have added something whatever it was given in your question paper. Suppose inter-school debate competition, and you had in your notice part you had added something. You remember the meaningful association in notice. So you have added here that Frank Anthony inter-school debate competition. You will have to write the full word competition here, and then you give a full stop. Here. Okay, but here you are not giving a full stop, only gmail.com. Here you give a full stop. Okay, then you are coming to your next you are coming to the salutation part, and what you will write here again. These line gaps, you remember, you are giving here one line gap, here one line gap, and then you are coming to the salutation part. So what you are writing? Dear sir. Okay. Then the three paragraphs, and remember that the first paragraph you are informing him about the event. In the second paragraph, you are giving all the details. So first paragraph is the introduction of the program, introduction of the event, and second paragraph all the minute details which you have written there in your email part. In your notice part. That means the time, the place, the whatever necessary things, whatever they will have to follow, whatever they will have to do. So all these things will be there in the second paragraph, and in the third paragraph you will be calling them that it is an honest request that you send a team of participants. So here is the invitation goes. Okay, so this way you are writing the three paragraphs. Now once these 3 paragraphs are completed, so here again one line gap. Remember these are the line gaps. These are the line gaps. Here after this plausibility line, give one line gap, give the subject, but don't write subject SUB. This way you don't write here. And here salutation, and then again you are giving one line gap, and again you are giving one line gap, and then you are coming thanking you, comma, and then you are writing yours. Remember Y will be capital. Yours faithfully, and then you are giving again comma, and then your full name. You are writing your full name and giving full stop. And here you are. If you write the designation, it would look nice. So we will be writing the designation, that cultural secretary, and then your school's name. Okay, school's name, and give a full stop. Okay, so this way we shall be writing. So what we are writing here in the subscription part, thanking you, yours faithfully, your full name, full stop, and then you are giving comma, cultural secretary, comma, and then your school's name, again full stop. Okay, or here we can give, if you see that this one is not mentioned, it's not mandatory though, but when we give this your designation part, when we give the designation, it looks nice. So we shall be giving the designation here. Okay, so these are what we had in our class today. So first one is that the grammatical things which you had in your set number 2, question set number 2 in your total English book. Now one thing I must make clear, that though we as we had this, some of you were saying that which question papers will be coming. Today I shall be making a question paper of your revision test. So you take the revision test just after you finish this class, and there you can get the clear idea of what sort of questions will be asked there in your test, in your unit test. Now what happens here, your ICSE syllabus, as you know, it doesn't have a limit in your English one especially. So what we will be doing, the questions which have been asked or which have been discussed here in whatever sets we have done, question set number 1, 2, all these 2 or 3 things which we have done. So there you have found that the questions are being asked from each and every chapter, and here there is nothing new that you can no prescribed particular chapters that this you read and this you don't read. So here you need the whole complete knowledge of all these chapters, and then together it will be helpful when you are answering these questions. So in that case there is no limits, there is no sort of limitation. So what we will be doing, the question paper will not be on whichever chapters were there in these two question sets. So these questions are these may come from anywhere from the same set which will be followed. That kind of question pattern will be followed, obviously. That means we shall be giving this fill in the blanks with the appropriate form of the word, and then with the appropriate word, and then we can give with that and but. So that one and but, and so you will be joining without them, and also the instructions which are given here. It may cover the direct and indirect speech, voice change, and your subject verb agreement, and your transformation from assertive to exclamatory. So all these things are there. So there shouldn't be any limit in your this subject particularly. Okay, so you will have to read everything whatever is there in your English one. Means when you open a particular set of question paper, you will be finding that each of them are much different. In one question set you will be finding the questions and in the next question sets you will be finding, especially in this question number D, 5D, where you will be finding question number 5C, D, there you will be finding that you need the knowledge of whatever you have learned till today. So this way there shouldn't be any limit, and we shall not be following any limit. So you have to do whatever questions will be given, but you remember that will be you obviously, if you read all these things, if you do all the chapters which we are doing, you can obviously answer those questions. Okay, so that's all for today. Have a very nice day. Thank you.